I've heard that life is what you make it. I say make room to grow. I'm your host, LaWanda Dockery, and this is the Make Room to Grow podcast. It all started with a dream about growing food, and who would ever imagine that growing food would lead to me learning about personal growth and development? Well, it did, and I want to bring you along for this beautiful ride. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, Grow Nation. How are you guys doing? I hope this finds you well. I hope you're looking forward to a beautiful weekend. It's going to be lovely. We are 70 degrees here in the Northeast. To the untrained eye, we would think that spring was in full bloom, but we know better. We know we have to wait a little bit longer here in Zone 7A. Guys, if you have not listened to the last episode that we had with Letitia Marshall, I need you to listen to that. I need you to listen to this quick little message. This is a little appetizer that I'll give you today. And I want you to go back and listen to the previous episode. There were so many gems. If you are going to get started this year, you want to be equipped with all the information possible. Okay, back to today's episode. So I've been thinking, I'm always thinking about something, pondering something. I'm an overthinker, I'll admit it. But I was thinking and praying, and I was feeling as though the Lord was speaking to me about Him training me on how to grow. I didn't really know what that meant. But as I thought about it more, I thought about some plants. If you plant squash, if you plant cucumbers, and if you plant sweet peas, they have those tendrils on the end of them. They're little appendages that curl up at the tip of the leaf, and they're climbers, and they'll sort of crawl over everywhere on the bed, or if you have them next to something, even on a stake, you have to be careful because they will crawl, they'll grow, and they will attach to anything that's near it, and it curls up, which helps it to attach to the next plant or stem or whatever. And that happens as they grow, and they automatically look for something to attach onto. That's why when you see people put up trellises or different types of mechanisms for vertical growing, you'll see that often with those types of plants. I thought about that. I know we've used stakes for our cucumber plants in our raised bed. And I thought about the fact that even plants have this tendency to want to grow and latch on to things and go to the left or go to the right. But there is something about being the type of gardener that's giving your plants restraints so that you don't want it wrapped up into the thing next to it, or latching onto something that it shouldn't be latched onto. And how God will put parameters around us so that He trains us to grow a certain way. So we may not be growing in the direction that we want to. We may not even have reached milestones in our own minds that we set for ourselves, but He's training us to grow. This is simply a message for encouraging you that even if life doesn't look how you want it to look, you're eager to grow. You're eager to latch on to this and latch on to that. Know that God has given you some parameters. He's the gardener. We're in His hands, but we are the lesser. He is the creator. And just know that He's put parameters in place for you. You may not be allowed to latch on to that thing that's next to you, even though you're eager to grow. But trust that in due season, you'll get where you have to go because He's training you on how to grow. Guys, that's it. I just wanted to share that. Until next time, I want you to be intentional about those areas in your life where you are going to make room to grow.